Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever this message may find you. It's your girl G's Louise back with another message. I am so happy and I am so grateful that money comes to you and I in increasing quantity on a continuous basis through various sources, all in a positive and peaceful manner. Good vibes only. I am free and I'm awake. I want to get on here and talk about sexual agreements, soul ties, sex. We talk about sex. I have mentioned this before briefly and touched on it briefly. However, I just want to bring some things to the light or to our attention, if in case some people are not enlightened. But and I'm speaking off of experience when I speak about this, because I experienced this on my own. And it's like it's a whole different ball game when you like are having a conversation about something or talking about something that you read, a video you watched. It's a whole nother ball game when you're actually experiencing whatever it is that you said that you've read or you have knowledge on. The experience is the best teacher, period. I don't give a fuck what you read. I don't care. Like, people be like saying they're educated in so many areas, but like the person that actually went through it or experienced or did it, that's the person that I would rather hear from, because it solidifies more information for me, and it makes it more factual in a sense, because I don't understand. Like I didn't understand before. I've heard of it. I've heard about, trauma bonds and sexual agreements and when you have sex and people's energies and stuff like that. I've heard about it, but I've never actually dealt with it. So, when I was, all right, so I went through like a whole time where I was just literally practicing celibacy. Now, in my younger years, I went through my stages where, I really didn't understand the significance of having sex. Like, everybody says, like, oh, when you have sex, people, you hear it, you go to church, your elders are like, oh, don't have sex, and your parents don't have sex. And then you read about, like, don't have sex out of wedlock. I mean, and nobody really explains to you and actually tells you why not to do this thing. Like, there's a lot of things that people tell each other not to do. Or there's a lot of things you tell your kids not to do. You know what I mean? But sometimes it helps if you can explain a legitimate reason why you shouldn't do the thing, because that will help them to understand, to pretty much stay on the journey of not doing the thing. Like, if you are dealing with somebody and you're dealing with them, right? And I know a lot of you can relate to this when you're younger. Like, when you're younger and you're kind of being pressured into having sex, or maybe everybody around you's having sex, but I remember that happened to me. People were having sex, people were doing like doing just all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the girls I was going to school with was fucking, and I wasn't yet. And I was like, damn. So I almost felt like I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember like being with chicks, like say if we be at a dude house and they'll be having sex and I'd be in the other room, just like in the other room, and I would feel awkward, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody was talking about shit, talking about stuff they did, and I didn't know what they was talking about. So finally, you know, I did it or whatever. When I did it with somebody, you know, that I really loved, and we loved each other, we cared for each other and stuff. We was like puppy love, you know. But I'm saying all this to say, like, you don't understand, like, then when you're doing it, like when you're having sex, you don't understand, you know, what is actually happening. You know, your body is made up of memory. It has, it stores, it has like a memory bank in of itself. That's why there's things that are familiar to you that you don't know. You're like, why is it so familiar? Why is this smell? Or why is this feeling, this place? It could be something you experienced when you were young and you don't even remember it, but your body does, or your senses remember. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm saying this to say, as you get older, like, and people say that they understand, and I want to make this clear, because this video is inspired by a conversation that I had, a three-way conversation that I had with two people. And my point that I was making in the conversation was, the sex between man and woman is supposed to be sacred. Okay, it is. It's supposed to strengthen the bond between the man and the woman. That's initially what sex would be for. And then you're supposed to reproduce out of that bond and produce offsprings, right? So, of course, we know we don't do that. We have sex out of wedlock. We do all the shit wrong. Okay, that's why we got baby daddies. That's why we got baby daddies we don't even talk to. We got baby daddies we beefing with. We got motherfuckers killing each other. One parent is in prison, the other one's not. You know, we got kids floating around here not having the best of both worlds with their parents. We have prisons. We have parents that are in prison. I said that. We have parents that both have AIDS and they're dying. You know, like, there's a lot of shit that comes from you choosing to lay down with the wrong people. A lot of turmoil, a lot of drama. You know, the child is definitely not getting no benefits from this shit. Like, none. Okay? It's the mama talking shit about the daddy talking shit about the mama, they not getting along, the daddy not seeing the kids, the mama not seeing the kid. Like, the shit just is fucked up. All because we not having a level of understanding. It's almost normal now. It's normal to have baby mamas, baby daddies, broken relationships, and nobody getting along and nobody's raising the kids together. Nobody's on one accord. You can't even agree to disagree. We can't even agree on the smallest things when it comes to our children. So with that being said, you lay down, right? You have you not only did you have children with these people, but you're having sex with them, right? Now, there are the thing is, men, now follow me. Men have a lot of testosterone. They have a lot of things that they endure. Okay? And this goes way back. They endure a lot. They have been broken down. Okay? So being that they've been broken down, the woman had to kind of step up in her role. Which also, like, in a sense, weakens the man, because the man is like, it's like a domino effect. So him being broken and weakened, it made the woman, you know, not have a lot of respect for the man, right? So boom, we're gonna get into all of that. So you got the man, he's holding on to all of this shit. He got all kind of shit pinned up. He got issues, deep-rooted issues, self-esteem issues. He's holding in all of this. He's harboring all of this bad energy, right? So guess where he releases it to? He's going to release it into you, the woman. You are the receiver, so you absorb. The woman absorbs all that shit. That's why when you fucking with a nigga that his shit ain't together, you're confused. That's why you're getting hurt. That's why you done jumped on his merry-go-round and you going around and around, and you got to let go. Because it's dragging you. It's a merry-go-round that he's on. And you're just on for the ride. He picking up people as he go. Because he's not attached like we are. And even if you women think that you have mastered that and controlled your emotions and your attachments, and you're not attached to these men like that emotionally, the fact still remains, you cannot shake what happens on the spiritual side of things when it comes to having sex. Man, when I tell you, whatever is attached to that man, them women that he's fucking, all that shit, it's going to attach itself to you. Now, the ones that are conscious and that know what's going on with their bodies and stuff like that, they're going to see a significant change. I was one of them. Women that are kind of lost in the sauce, they're not going to catch the shit. They just going to realize that shit is just, that things are just not going to go well for them. Like, it could be your career. It's a lot of shit is going to go left. You know what I'm saying? You going to not be able to tie the two together, though. You're not going to think this has anything to do with you having sex with a nigga that has no good intention for you. He's really, and it's not even personal. He just don't even know. He lost. He's lost in the sauce. He's trying to figure out. He got all this shit that he needs to release, but he doesn't know how to release it. He don't know what to do with it. He just going around picking up more shit to latch onto his shit. All the shit that he's stressed out about, all that shit. That's why niggas be fucking everybody. That's why they all over the place just fucking. Because they looking for ways to release this shit, but they don't understand that that's not how that works. They don't have a clue that none of this is how it works. They just know that. They've just hurt, so they just going everywhere, anywhere, and they just letting it off, and all these bitches just boom, oh, over here, and nothing's pacifying their hurts. Nothing's making them feel better. Nothing's getting them to the next level. Nothing's like, helping them. Nothing's helping them. So they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, right? Meanwhile, all these women that he's dealing with and he's picking up all this shit and he's bringing it to you. And you wondering why you confused. Your shit leaking. Your shit ain't going good in your life. You're not really happy. It's like everything is just all in disarray. It's like one big old mess that's being created, right? But you don't know. You're not attaching the two. Like, try it. Be celibate. Like, and see, don't you have like clarity, and like so many things start to align themselves when you take a break from that. And I'm not saying that you can't have sex. All I'm saying is, when you choosing the wrong people to have sex with, and then let alone don't have multiple partners, then you really gonna be confused. It's too much. You're going to be coughing and shit. You always sniffling and shit. Always got something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't right. You ain't right now. You're all over the place. Your mind, your mental is all over the place. You're in disarray. Your house, your car, shit just not lining up. Your money funny, your money stuck. Then when you, let me tell you something. All right, so this is how I explained it to her. I said, let's just say you got a dude that his energy is good. You know, when you're around him, he's in a good space. He seems pretty together mentally. Like his day consists of, you know, positive things. He has his money up. He has all of the basic things in order. You know, he's reaching his goals. That is the kind of energy you would want to have attached to you. If you're going to fuck, right? If you're going to open up your legs and allow a man to dump some shit up in you. Now, I'm not saying that just because a nigga has his shit together, because I know somebody gonna have something to say about that. Well, just because you got your money together don't mean something might be wrong with him too. Yeah, but you're minimizing it because you are a reflection of what your life is. So whatever's reflecting is what is going on. You know, if he looks like he's okay in life and he's doing well for himself, that means that he's pretty much good. Like, he's got good energy. Is he perfect? No, but the energy, you know, like for the overall energy of that person, it's looking good. But then if you got a nigga over here that's sloppy drunk all the time, just all over the place, smelling like cigarettes, you know, hair ain't combed, you know, just he confused, he up and down, his money funny, he ain't really focused on no specific goals. He just kind of like talking and stealing other people's ideas and pretending like it's his, like just all over the place type of nigga. The nigga that talk too damn much, but ain't really about, they ain't walking nothing that he talking. That energy, when it attaches itself to you, do you want that? Like, do you want that energy to attach itself to you? Anybody who's vibrating lower than you and you fucking them, like, you're gonna catch that vibe. I promise you that. I don't care. You can disagree, but it's the truth. It don't change the fact. Can you control your emotions and your attachments to people? Yes. Is it easier for men to do that? Yes. Can women do it? Yes. Can you control a demon or a spirit attaching itself, or certain energies attaching itself to you through a sexual agreement? No, you cannot. You cannot control that. It's just going to be something that happens. It's going to be something that just happens. And when it happens, I need you to understand, you can't go to the store and buy nothing and take it and it's going to go away. You cannot go to the store and drink a drink or take a pill and make this shit go away. There is a spiritual side to having sex and allowing somebody to enter the inside of you as the woman. And on that side of those things, there are consequences. There are repercussions. You cannot do that. Like, well, you can do it, but you have to be ready to deal with the consequences behind it. And like I said, when you deal with that, that's not something that's just going to happen overnight. You got to work hard to clear that energy. Like, hard. Days, weeks, nights, dedication, meditation. You can't get rid of the energy just overnight. It's stuck to you. It's going to be something on your back, something that you can't just shake, and you're going to be trying to figure out why. But it's because you went into a sexual agreement. You allow somebody with nervous energy, or doesn't have good energy, or somebody that's confused, somebody that got demons, somebody that's not learned all their lessons, somebody that's dealing with a whole bunch of spiritual turmoil and all kind of shit. You allow that person to insert inside of you, and then release all they bullshit into you. You're a garbage can. Whether you want to understand that, whether you want to believe it or not, you're a garbage can for all their bullshit. And now they've just released all of that, and now you just sitting there confused. You don't know why. We're not perfect, and people, you can't help who arouses you or gets you going or makes you feel like you want to give your body to them. But I can say this: you need to practice some type of discernment, because when you get into these agreements with people, I know that it seems like it's just sex, but it's not just sex. It's something bigger than that. And when you start doing stuff like that carelessly, it really takes a toll on your overall energy and the things that are going on in your life. It takes a huge toll on you, and you don't even know. Like, seriously, you're gonna be like, what is wrong with me? Like, real talk. You're gonna be like, God, please. You know what I'm saying? Please. What happened? Because when it happened to me, bruh, I'm telling you, I did not know what was wrong with me. And I know that people like don't want to. It's the 3D world and the spiritual world. Like, you can't take away from that. It's there. I know it's something that people don't want to talk about a lot. They don't want to really get into it because they might not understand it. It could be a little scary, and I get that. I totally get that, but it does not, again, make it no less relevant. Like, it's just like saying you don't want to talk about the homeless issues in the city or something, and it's like, well, it still doesn't mean that you might want to put that on the back burner. It might be something you don't want to really touch on too much, but it's a problem still. It doesn't take away that it's an issue. Like, there's a lot of issues that we avoid because we don't want to face them. But I got to be honest with you and tell you, pay attention to how you feel around a person, the energy that they give off, and how they make you feel. Because if you have sex with them just because they want to have sex with you, or if you feel like, oh, I got to do this because, we at the room, I went out to eat with them, or maybe you feel like, because a lot of women feel entitled that they have to do, because even when niggas be, man, I remember I told this guy that I was there, I'm like, I don't want to come to your house, because I'm like, I just feel like if I come to your house, that's just saying like, I'm gonna fuck you. It's like when niggas be like, come to my house, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, because it's like, that means that they're gonna try to fuck you. Like, it's just what it is. And I just think that a lot of women do it just because of that. But even if you don't do it because of that, and you're just doing it out of comfort, or something this is somebody that you're used to dealing with or having sex with, just remember, like, when you dealing with, like, let's just say you're dealing with somebody and they break you. Like, the person that broke me, I give you my word. I ain't got to give it to you. Shit, I already got the word. I'm not cleaning up my house, and then I'm going to go back to the very thing that broke me. No. Like, sexual wise, that's bringing you back in. And every time we do that to ourselves, we're inviting that demon or that thing that broke us in the first place. It preys on you. It's like, it's seducing you. It knows. I'm not saying the guy consciously knows that. I'm just saying this is what's happening. It's behind the scenes what's happening. It's not actually like he said, I'm about to go over here and attach my demons to G's. Like, I know that that's not what he said in his head, but that's what the fuck happened. It's shit attached to that person. Is the energy that they have, that they bring. Them busting all of that into me is, and that's why the men are so stressed and so overwhelmed with the ways of the world. They have no idea that the woman is their peace. The woman is their release. Now, when you go and release it and they have so much built up, they don't know what to do with it. They so fucked up, right? That they don't know what to do with it all. So they go and they fuck everybody. They fucking all the women. Just anybody, you know what I'm saying? But what they don't realize is that it's like self-destruct. You're giving all your energy away, right? You're depleting. That's why the man goes to sleep. They be knocked the fuck out after they bust. Knocked. It takes a lot out of them. They don't think about going on fast and preserving their energy. Smart men do this. They don't preserve their energies and try to get clarity and stop having sex for a little bit. And they don't pick and choose what woman they dive into. They just picking up all these little nasty ass. And I'm not, again, it's a lot of women out here that are broken and hurt. So they're taking dick as a sign of love. Like Elton Hut 9 says, what's his saying? You better not give you away for a cock. Dickheads are plentiful. And that is true. Dickheads are plentiful. You know, like, the women are broken too. So it's just like really fucked up right now, because there's broken women, there's broken men, right? And they're just all in the mix and mingling together. And those energies are being mixed up. Then you got not to mention the STD. So there's spiritual transmitted diseases, and then there's sexually transmitted diseases. And both of them are dangerous. I don't personally like condoms. I would rather just have sex with the one person. I could do that shit for the rest of my life. I really can. I could just come up with new shit to do with the same person. But I gotta feel good. I gotta have that good energy flowing. If I don't know what to do. Like, this shit ain't gonna be right. Like, I can't do nothing with it any other way. Like, I can't. Like, I just can't do it. So, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and really touch bases on this, because I really think there's a misunderstanding about sex. And they always say, you know, don't have sex without a wedlock. And when I reflect back, I look at it and I get it. Like, your energy is already needing to be protected. And that goes on when you just going out into the world, just dealing with different people. Everybody got something attached to. Everybody got some good energy, bad, and like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're all wearing masks. Everybody got on a mask. Everybody's, hi, how are you? Hey, you know, no, that's not them. There's a whole nother side to them that you don't even know. There's demons that they deal with at night when they're laying down and they're going to sleep at night, and the things that goes through their heads. All of that shit that they seen in their life. You know what I'm saying? Shit that they aren't over. Heartbreaks that they haven't quite dealt with. Like, it's a bunch of shit going on with people as individuals. So you got to be careful about who you sharing your shit with. Especially if you're taking good care of yourself and you doing the work and you're clean. You know, not only are you clean hygiene wise, but are you clean sexually? Like, are you out here just fucking motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. When you have sex with a clean motherfucker versus a dirty motherfucker, like, come on. I don't know who wants to keep it G right now. You know what I'm saying? But there's like a difference. And you could tell the difference. Because it make you be like, I don't even want to have sex no more. You know what I'm saying? That's because I had came to that. I had felt like that, because the not to mention the energy, but just the issues that come along with it. Like, you could be in a whole relationship and a nigga fucking other bitches and you don't know it, and your vagina is all goofed up, you confused, you crying and shit, you don't even know what's wrong with you. The nigga like, well, damn, what's wrong? You all right? And it's like, no, I don't know. And then you start to feel like you crazy. When it's really, he fucking all the whole city and bringing you back all this confusion. And then belittle you about it. She goddamn crazy. You damn right I'm motherfucking crazy. What the hell? I'm confused. Like, how the fuck wouldn't you be? These motherfucking niggas, let me tell you something. Yes, a man can have his shit together financially and still have demons attached to him and some shit with him, right? Yes, that is correct. However, I want to be clear and say this. If you've taken time to get to know that person and you see how they living, you see that they're 90% of the day they happy. They happy motherfuckers. They at peace. You know, they deal with their problems in a positive manner. They money's up. Okay? They ain't, and they getting it in a positive way. It ain't no gangster shit going on where you killing niggas and shit for a living. You know, I'm not coming for no hitters. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, like, these things all need to be, like, identified while you're trying to make these decisions on whether or not you want this nigga to come in inside you and fuck you and nutting you, or if he just fucking you. It don't matter. The interaction in itself is causing a bond. Whether the bond is positive or negative is up to you. Who are you fucking? And you gotta remember, niggas wear masks. Bitches wear masks. They pretend to be something that they not on a regular basis. So you gotta weed through all that shit and figure out, who is this motherfucker? And once you figure that out and you fuck them, then hopefully your energy will stay good. Things will start getting better for you. Like, all of a sudden you might get a loan, or you know, shit just gonna be, I mean, you'll be able to see the difference. Trust me. Just try this shit. If you don't believe me, try this shit, nigga. Go do it. Don't have sex at all. Try that and see what happens. How your life goes. Then try this. Fuck somebody with some hella energy that's super up, that's doing real good, just loving life and living their life to the fullest. Fuck them. See what happens. See, don't that shit change your life? Not just playing. See, don't you just start feeling better? You know what I'm saying? It might be the antidote, you know, that you needed. Or fuck the nigga that's fucked up in the game and see, don't your shit start getting fucked up. I mean, it's just, I'm not even making this up. You could be mad at me for saying it. It's true. When I fuck with niggas that ain't right, I be fucked up. Like, everything be wrong. Everything. I mean, man, I can't pay my rent. Shit might just shit goes wrong. Okay? Shit goes wrong. When I'm supporting and dealing with a nigga that's just not really beneficial to my life, yeah, everything's going wrong. When I'm not fucking at all, though, oh man, like when I tell you, when I went celibate, because I'm gonna tell you what happened to me when I had sex the last time before this traumatic thing I went through. Because I don't care right now, whoever doesn't understand, because at the end of the day, with us as human beings, if you haven't experienced something, then it actually makes it very challenging for you to understand it. So let's just say, like, I try to tell you about me catching a flat tire. You've never caught a flat tire, so if you've never caught a flat tire, you have no clue as to how this really can affect you, and you know, and how minor or big it is. You don't really know how serious it is because you haven't went through it, right? So when somebody's just talking about it, it's like, oh, okay, flat tire. You hear shit, but until you actually go through it, it has no significance to you. And then you have the insensitive people that have went through things, and they just be like, well, I went through that. Yep, I know all about it. And the thing is, what I wanted to touch on too about you knowing, because a lot of women know that the dudes that they're dealing with are not on their level. They're not good for them. And they feel like they're in control. You know, they still feel like they're in control in some kind of way because they have mastered their emotions or something like that. But again, I'm going to say this. You cannot control the things that the energies that linger and attach themselves to you. Especially if this nigga laying in the bed with you every night, man. I'm telling you. You really want to try to get with the energy that's good energy. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I have made a vow. I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me. That's number one. And I definitely am not finna be sticking around when it's no bad energy. Like, the energy is fucked up. I'm trying to clear that out, man, because, and it don't matter. It's even if it's my own daughter. Like, that's how real that shit is. That energy is real. And you gotta pay attention to that. If you don't, that's fine. But I just wanted to shed light on it because it can change your life. It can, like, really enhance some things in your life. Like, I believe that. I believe it 100%. Because I actually went through it. I seen it happening. I'm like, but when I was going through it, I didn't know. I didn't know that that's what was happening to me. I never connected the two. I didn't. But when I did connect the two, I'm like, oh my God. And when I tell you that shit was fucking tormenting me, I was too pure for that spirit. I couldn't, whatever he had attached to him, I couldn't stomach it. It was too negative. It wasn't in alignment with me at all. But that has never happened to me to that extent. Now, let me tell you the other thing that happened. Shit. It's raining out like cats and dogs. But, and I gotta go somewhere. But the other thing was, when I decided to stop, decided to stop having sex, right? Meaningless sex. All right, so that happened because when the last time I had sex, this was some years ago, like years ago. Well, I had sex recently, but I'm talking about when I went celibate, when I said I'm not gonna have sex anymore. All right, that time I remember because when I did, right after I did it, I felt crazy. Now, this happened to me once before too. All right, so the time before that, I had sex and I felt really bad. I felt so bad. Like, I felt so empty. I didn't feel good about myself, right? It was like my blinders was off. Like, I could not do it. So as soon as I remember when I did it, I called one of my exes that I used to adore him. We were so close. But we didn't talk like that. But he was in the city and I knew he loved me. You know, I know, like, all the dudes, all my ex's favorite ex. I'm not being cocky. But I called him and I was like, man, can you meet me right now? And he met me right now. And I said, I just cried to him. Like, I literally just cried to him. And I didn't even know why. I just felt so bad. And I just was like, man, I don't want to feel like this no more. But I ignored that one. So then I did it again. But it wasn't right away. I did it again. And when I did it that time, I remember I was in the shower that next morning. And I left too. I didn't even stay the night. The dude was like, man, you know, is everything okay? And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. This is just me. You know what I'm saying? I felt crazy. And I couldn't put my finger on it. It wasn't like he did something to me. It was like I just felt fucked up. like fucked up. And I said, man, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. I'm not gonna have sex no more. So I remember, because after I did that, I was like, I'm done. I was done. And I didn't have sex again until I got engaged to the person that I was gonna be with. I thought I was gonna be with. Anyway, but I'm saying that to say, things will start to happen to you and reveal it, because we're all on different journeys and different times, and we're still realizing things on our own time. So I'm not telling you to do this prematurely if you're not there yet. What I'm saying is, be mindful of it, because, oh, this is a thing. Oh, this is a real thing. This is not nothing to play with. When you have sex with somebody, I'm telling you, there's a connection that happens. That's why women, we are connected to the new dudes we have sex with. We are connected to them. And if you have a lot of sex with different men, then you're connected with a whole bunch of motherfuckers, a whole bunch of men. And there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of emotional bondage that comes with that. You don't realize it when you're doing it because you don't know no better. And you've heard it. You've been told, like, oh, don't do this. But nobody explained it quite like this. And even with me explaining it like this, there's still going to be people that they're not going to understand it. They're not going to be able to go straight. They're not going to be able to be like, you know, just not do it. In other words, it's got to be a click in you that makes you say, you know, because again, we're all having our aha moments and implementing. As much as I would like my daughter or you, my women, the ladies that I deal with and stuff like that, as much as I want us to get this, I can't make nobody get this shit. You gotta either get it or don't. You know what I'm saying? When it's your time to understand it, you will, and you'll implement these things in your lives. Once you, like my son, I tried to force veganism on them. Now my daughter follows suit with it because she's older and she understands things. But my son, it's like I forced it on him. He was trying to do what I said, but at the end of the day, he wasn't really receptive to it, because he got to make that decision. Like later on, I could see him being a full vegan. I could see him being really on his shit and disciplining later, after he really grasps and understands how it affects his body and what's going on. Because right now he's young and he's just doing him and he's whatever. But there is literally like clicks that go on in your mind, and usually a situation brings it about, you know. But this thing that I just went through was a huge lesson on energy. And even though you learn, you still get tested, and then you still might not pass. But as long as you pass eventually and get it, you know, it's just a journey. Nobody's perfect. But all I'm saying is, like, you take chances every time you have sex with somebody on picking up all their baggage. And you won't realize it. It's not gonna be like a sign that goes off like, oh, this so-and-so has, he's heartbroken and he still wants his ex, and his mom, you know, he's been raped. Like, you're not gonna know what the fuck it is. You're just gonna have all these energies on you. Like, you're gonna feel sluggish and then you might feel tired. You might have mind confusion. You might be just in a state of disarray. And then your vagina, of course, if it's not in alignment with you, like I always said, whoever my husband is, my chemical, my juices, my flow, my Aquafina flow is gonna match his. Meaning there'll be no nasty. Like the things that come along with sex, like some of the nasty shit that comes along with it, the aftermaths and shit. Like some women have BV, or some women have, you know, issues when it comes to being ejaculated in, because a man's sperm is usually alkaline and the vagina is acidic, so it's hard for it to even though you're supposed to. But I mean, I feel like, anyway, my point is the juices will match. Everything will match. You know what I'm saying? And it's, when it does match, you see the difference in, like, the bodily fluid chemistry matches the actual chemistry of you and the person. And it's like heaven on earth, if you ask me. But you gonna kiss some frogs before you get there. I'll tell you that. But I just wanted to share this information to click some kind of thought or understanding inside of somebody that would care to listen, because I feel like when we share our bodies, it's supposed to be something. And I know we've heard this before, but it's serious though, y'all. I don't know how, I can't tell you how many times I had sex and I was not fulfilled. The nigga was fulfilled, not me. No. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's bigger than just, oh, because he made you come, and no. Them niggas, like, and some women are nymphos like that. They don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I need it on a more of a passionate level. I don't like to fuck. And some people just like to fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's your preference. But either way, I just feel like there's a whole nother level to it, and other people have not even begun to unlock it, because, you know, you're having sex with the wrong people. And when you do that, you take on a lot of their shit, and you don't even realize it. Shit just starts going left for you. You don't even know. You just be like, what the fuck? You know, you emotional as hell, and you like, I don't know, I'm just crying. You don't even know. You just be crying every damn day. You don't even know why. And when you're going through it, you don't know that it's the sex. You don't know that it's the person that you laying next to. And it's not to say that they're a bad person, like they meant to do that to you, but they have some shit that's going on within them that needs to be dealt with. And if they don't even know they got that shit, how the fuck are they gonna deal with it? They just think it's normal to be fucked up and be a goddamn devil ass motherfucker. They think that shit is normal, because that's where they come from. Let's break these curses, y'all. Let's break them. Let's break them. Let's fucking break them. Man, we got kids in this shit. We got kids that came out of all these turmoil. That's why they call them bastard childs. Like, it's not love childs. And I mean, I hate it. I hate it. And it's sad, but it's true. Before you enter into a sexual agreement, oh my God, this video is way too long. Before you enter into a sexual agreement, pay attention to how you feel around that person and those energies, because that energy is going to attach itself to you, whether you know it, believe it, or not. I'm signing off. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy tomorrow.